Hope you're having an amazing day. So I just got this download I want to share with you. So I think I understand why men, not women, but men, because I'm a feminine, why men call me a witch or think I'm a witch or that I'm doing spells on them, which I'm not. I don't know how. Well, that's not true. I don't want to. I have no reason to. I am not trying to manipulate or control anyone, nor do I want to, because that's a waste of my time and energy. Because I know what that feels like on the other end. To be manipulated and controlled by someone else, it's awful. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's such a waste of time and energy when you could have been focusing all that energy on yourself to make yourself a better person, but yet you're going to focus all that energy on me to ruin my life? Really? Think about that one. But anyway, let's go back to being a witch. The thing is that as I've been going through this process and meeting these masculines that are pretty powerful energetically and have some pretty amazing powers and abilities, one of the things that I've been working on myself and on them is love, pure love, connection. And when I find these masculines, and it's the same energy for me, like my match, my person, it's just coming in a different avatar. And it's so we're both learning the lessons so that when we do come back together and join, that we are both healed on both sides. These masculines that I run up against, or I shouldn't write it, but I meet, we have this immediate spark, this immediate connection, and the love is so intense that it's almost like a drug. I've experienced it myself, especially with this last one. And it drives you a little cuckoo. It gets into obsession, possession. So I'm learning that. But then once you realize, at least for me, when I realized that when I was giving love to this individual, they were then going out and giving it to other people, or they were in a relationship already, so that put me in a third party, where I will never be number 2 or 3 to anybody else. And then when I find out, I cut them off. I cut them off physically, mentally, and emotionally. And when I pull that energy back from them, that love from them, and bring it back into myself, then they start to lose their cookies. Because my love creates a foundation. It's a solid foundation for the masculine to grow and expand. The masculine should be doing this for the feminine as well, creating spaces for each other where each can grow and expand. If you're not, then you're in a toxic relationship. So that's the lessons that I'm learning is, why do they call me a witch? Because they think at that moment I put a spell on them. A love spell. So they're addicted. Like this last one I have, calling me from unknown numbers, restricted numbers, driving by my house, and this dude's in a relationship. My ex-husband, same thing. Already married with other kids, won't leave me alone. Because they're addicted to that energy, because they haven't found it within themselves. They haven't been willing to do the work to fill themselves up with that love. And therefore, when you give it to them, when you show them that it's like a drug and then you take it away, it's like taking away candy from a baby. Baby freaks out. Baby goes a little cuckoo and screams and throws a temper tantrum. It's very interesting. I'm very much enjoying the lessons and the ride, starting to see it for what it truly is. But I also want to be careful with this one, because an energy that calls you something or labels you something, it takes me back to the days of the witch trials. And I'm not saying that there weren't witches back then and they weren't doing spells. And there is nothing wrong with doing spells. I don't think you should do that on other people. I don't think you should do any energy work on other people, definitely without their permission. That is really bad karma, and you will reap what you sow on that one. So be mindful. You must always gain permission before you enter anybody else's space. Period. End of story. Okay? Now, if they come to you, then that is getting permission. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, during the witch trials, they burned the witches because it was think about this. It was masculines. Because the witches that were burned were feminines. Feminines. Think about that. Think about the dynamic here. The feminine gives the support, gives the energy, gives the love, the foundation for the masculine. The masculine then takes that love and then they go out and they give it to everyone else. Other women, other families, other this, other that. They never reciprocate it back to the female that they gave it to, that gave it to them in the first place. There was never a loop around. There wasn't a sharing. So when the feminine realizes that, she pulls that energy back, then the masculine gets crazy and goes a little cuckoo and then gets mad and then gets a little psychotic, a little narcissistic. It's a very dangerous game. I definitely see the cycle. This is one of those that I am putting an end to, because there is no freaking way you're putting me on any type of freaking stick and lighting me on fire. Hell to the no. I'm not a witch. I'm not labeled as a witch. I don't do spells on people. Don't care. Don't have time. Not interested. All I'm doing is focusing on me. You're the one that has the issue, not me. Anyway, bye. My little